What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I want you to imagine that you're at a nice location with your wife, your girlfriend, or daughter, or whoever they might be, and they want you to get really nice photos of them. But the problem is you have no idea how. Well, lucky for you, I'm with Ezekiah, our model for today, at this beautiful lake. And we're gonna give you a behind-the-scenes look of my process of how I go about getting really nice portrait photos like these. This is going to be a non-technical shadow ride-along. I'm using a Sony RX100, but honestly, these tips that I'm going to give you will work with any mobile device or camera that you might have. So the first couple of things I want you to think about before you begin any shoot taking photos of a person is I want you to think of the location and the time of day in which you're going to be doing your photo shoot. Your location is very important because, quite honestly, if you take photos at a place that is not very nice, or the slums of the city or something like that, then there's not going to be any really good surroundings to provide support to the person that you're going to be shooting. Try to find yourself a nice location like a lake or a nice city or something like that. There's going to be a support element for the person that you're taking photos of. Lastly, the time of day is very important as far as your preparation, because if you shoot in the middle of the day, the shadows are going to be really harsh and everything's going to look really flat and not very pleasant. If you try to shoot in the morning around golden hour or in the evening when the sun's a lot lower in the sky, it's going to be a lot easier to get really nice shadows and contrast, and everything's going to look a lot more pleasant. So think of those things before you begin your shoot, and you're already going to be setting yourself up for success. Okay, so once you have your time of day and location for your photo shoot established, and your model all packed up and ready to go, what I want you to think about is trying to tell a story with your photo shoot. And what I mean by telling a story is you're going to want to capture a variety of different shots from different angles and try to capture the scene in a way to where the surrounding environment is providing support for your model. The way we're going to do that is I want you to remember what WMTD is. So you may be asking yourself, what the heck is WMTD? W is going to mean your wide shot. This is going to be capturing the person with the environment surrounding them, to where the environment is and the person are sharing the main focus of the picture. M stands for medium, where you're going to capture maybe 75% of their body while trying not to crop any of the joints, but they're going to be the main subject point of your photo. T is going to stand for tight, where you're going to be up a lot more close and personal, and you're going to try to capture maybe their emotion and how they're interacting with the environment around them. And last but not least, D for your detail shot, where there could be some sort of prop or some sort of element within the environment that they're interacting with. All right, guys, so this is going to serve as our medium shot. What I'm looking for here is trying to set up good lighting and composition. So I have the lighting, the main light source, the sun, coming in from behind her at about a 45-degree angle. I don't want any harsh shadows on her face. And for the framing, for this medium shot, I'm going to use this bench as sort of kind of like a leading line that leads to the main subject. Let's go ahead and frame it. We'll get her in the middle of the frame and take the shot. 3, 2, 1. And then take several shots. Allow them to do different poses until you get the perfect one. And always remember to fill the frame and make it very apparent what your main subject is. And then once you dial in your settings, it's pretty much up to the model at that point, and you just keep on taking your shot. And then once you're satisfied, move on to your next shot. All right, guys, so even though I'm not really close to her, this is going to serve as our tight shot because I'm using a really long focal length. I found kind of a cool area where there's a natural V that kind of frames her, and the lighting's really nice. And What a beginner might do in this situation is just take the photo at eye level, which isn't going to make for a very interesting photo. So what I'm going to do is actually get down close to the ground and use some of this ground as foreground in the picture in order to make it look more three-dimensional. So let's go ahead and take some shots. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna get down even more closer to the ground, and I lost where she is. There we go. 3, 2, 1. And that'll do it for the tight shot. Remember, you can't care what you look like when you're taking the photos. Sometimes you have to look ridiculous and even get dirty. All that matters is the last result. Oh my.
Baby, you didn't see it?
I didn't see him at all.
Oh my god, good thing. Oh my god, go slow. Is it poison?
No, he's not poisonous.
Are you sure?
No, he's not poisonous.
I think so.
He's not, honey. He's more afraid of us than we're afraid of him. Oh my god.
No, if you step on it, they're gonna bite you.
All right, so this is going to serve as our wide shot, and what I'm doing is I'm having Ez sit on the edge of this. I'm having Ez sit on the edge of this. I'm having Ez sit on the edge of this bench, and I'm just going to capture her with the bench and the lake and the beautiful trees in the background. And this is going to serve as our nice landscape wide photo. And as far as the compositional technique I'm using, I'm just going to get her on one of the grids using the rule of thirds framing compositional technique. And once I frame the shot, then she can go ahead and just pose away. And 3, 2, 1. All right, and again, take lots of photos. Always remember the motto, spray and pray and hope for the best. So for our last shot, this is gonna serve as our detail shot. And what we're trying to do is just find some nature elements to incorporate into the shot. And I found this area where there's some really nice lighting coming from behind her that's adding some nice light touch to her face. And I'm just gonna pull this branch down and kind of shoot through these pine needles, and they're gonna serve as a good foreground element to the shot to kind of frame her. Once I have everything framed, I'm gonna go ahead and take the shot. 3, 2, 1. So always make sure you review your shots to make sure that your idea actually worked, and make sure you show the shots to your model too, so they can give them feedback as far as what they're doing well, so they have confidence to keep on going. I hope now you have a better idea of how you can improve your portrait photos. Thank you, Ez, for being the model for today. I think we managed to get some nice photos. Don't get discouraged if you mess up. Even keeping all these tips in mind, I still make a bunch of errors. So the spray and pray motto that I preach really works in your favor. Just go out there with these pointers and shoot a lot, and you'll eventually snag the perfect image. So that's all we have for you today. Like this video if you found it useful, and comment if you have any suggestions, and consider subscribing if you want more future videos like this. But until next time, take care.